Good evening, Belize. It's Thursday night and you're tuned in to News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. Here's what's making headlines tonight. A tragic turn of events in Spanish Lookout. A Honduran woman is fatally stabbed and police say her brother-in-law is behind the attack. All reportedly sparked by loud music. In Belize City, a bold daylight robbery is caught on camera. Armed thieves snatch a shoebox from motorists stuck in traffic. We also hit the streets of Belmopan to hear what residents are saying about the controversial 13th Amendment bill. Then, in this week's edition of Belize on Real, we check in with the unstoppable Golden Girls as they gear up for a regional volleyball showdown. And an inspiring story of second chances. 75 inmates graduate from the Ashcroft Rehabilitation Center. All that and more coming up next.
For 50 years, Quality Poultry Products has been part of your table, your family, your Belize. Now it's time to celebrate at the Belmopan Branch Grand Anniversary Fair, happening Saturday, July 19th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., with store hours extending till 8 p.m. Hosting the day is the legendary Pasam, with DJ Leanne Recinos on the tunes, and the live performance by the talented Jenny Lee Cruz. There's fun for everyone, bouncy house for the kids, games and giveaways, watermelon and hot wings eating contests, shake the box and shake it to the max competition, and even a mechanical bull challenge. Save while you celebrate. 10% off groceries. Some restrictions apply. Specials on country meats. Legs in bag 50 cents off per pound. Neck and back only $12 per crate. Come out with your family and neighbors for a full day of food, fun, music, and big savings. Quality Poultry Products. Proudly serving Belize for 50 years. 50 years. 50 years.
Welcome back. What happens when home is no longer a safe place? In Spanish Lookout, a young woman's life was cut short in the very place she should have felt most secure. 20-year-old Clarissa Granillo Rodriguez was stabbed to death, allegedly by her brother-in-law, after what police say was an argument over loud music. Why did a simple disagreement turn deadly? Could this tragedy have been prevented? And what does it say about the hidden tensions in shared living spaces where stress, isolation, and silence often go unnoticed? Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon.
Tonight, a quiet home in Spanish Lookout is at the center of a tragic story. What once was a shared space for a family of 6 has now become a crime scene. 20-year-old Clarissa Granillo Rodriguez, a Honduran national, was fatally stabbed on Wednesday night, allegedly during a heated argument with her brother-in-law over loud music. Rodriguez lived with her husband and 4 male relatives on the grounds of a lumber yard where the men worked. That night, the group had been socializing after work when things took a deadly turn. Police arrived at the scene just after 9:30 p.m. and found Rodriguez's lifeless body on the veranda, bearing multiple stab wounds. She was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. She was pronounced dead on arrival. 3 men were detained shortly after the incident, but one, her brother-in-law, Eris Gavaret, had fled. After a search earlier today, police confirmed they've taken him into custody. Rodriguez and her family were relatively unknown in the community, and efforts to reach her relatives have so far been unsuccessful. Media access to the property has also been restricted by the owners. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
A bold, broad daylight robbery in Belize City has left many stunned, not just for how it happened, but where. Just a stone's throw from a police checkpoint on Vernon Street, 2 men on a motorcycle pulled off a daring heist at a busy intersection. As traffic waited at the light near Central American Boulevard, one of the men, his face hidden by a helmet, jumped off the bike, walked up to a car and robbed the driver and passenger at gunpoint. The target? A shoebox. What was inside remains a mystery. But what's clear is that the entire incident was caught on camera, and the suspect sped off down Vernon Street before police could respond. It's been just over a month since 22-year-old Cassian Billery was found guilty of murder, but his sentencing is still on hold. Billery was convicted back in June for the 2020 killing of 19-year-old Micah Baltazar. But today, when he appeared before Justice Candice Nanton, he was told the court still isn't ready to move forward with sentencing. Why? A key document, the Social Inquiry Report, is still missing. When asked if anyone from the Community Rehabilitation Department had spoken to him, Billery said no. That delay forced the judge to push the matter back once again, with no new date confirmed just yet. Billery was only 18 at the time of the incident, claimed he acted under distress, that it was either his life or Baltazar's. But the court didn't buy that argument. Justice Nanton rejected his defense, pointing to the events leading up to the shooting, and ultimately found him guilty of murder. He's being represented by attorney Leroy Banner, and his next court appearance is tentatively set for July 24th at the High Court. It's one of the most talked about pieces of legislation in recent memory, and it's stirring up strong opinions across the country. The 13th Amendment bill, introduced by the Bersenio administration, promises tougher crime-fighting tools, including warrantless searches in so-called special zones, a dedicated gun and gang court, and retroactive approval of past states of emergency. The government says it's about restoring order in Belize's most vulnerable communities. But not everyone's convinced. While the Belize Police Department backs the bill, critics warn it could open the door to abuse of power and erode constitutional rights. On Wednesday, we took you to a public consultation in Belize City. Today, we hit the streets of Belmopan to hear what residents in the capital think about this controversial proposal. Here's that report.
Do you know what the 13th Amendment is?
Yes. I think that it's the government trying to make right some of their wrongs. I strongly believe that it infringes on the rights of the the citizens who really need more and may not have someone to defend them at that point in time. But really and truly, I believe that they should find some way to better police and to take care of crime instead of trying to just grab anyone and punish them for something that they may or may not necessarily have done.
What is your immediate reaction to it then? Do you agree with it? Do you support it?
I think the government is trying to do what they think is best to, keep us safe, but that's about it.
Do you think that they're doing enough to get the information out so that people understand what it is?
Well, based on my current amount of knowledge, I would say they could possibly do more.
The social programs that ought to be promulgated by the government should be done so as not to have the amendments proceed the way they are, that will present a change to our constitution the way it is written at this time. Save and accept that they can provide us with a better piece of amendment that may not impede on the rights, our fundamental rights and freedom as citizens of this country or foreigners. I don't foresee us supporting it the way it is.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's very unfair. I know in other countries like the US, there's an absolute requirement of that warrant, and I feel like it is very unfair to just have your house searched without a warrant, nothing like that, and just have your house raided for whatever reason just because they suspect. And it's I feel like it's very unfair, especially if you can't challenge it.
Based on where I hear just about that the law could just catch you and lock you up and do without a fair chance of justice, I think it's not right. You need to get proven that you're guilty or not. Because I had a right here, and if you come and figure somebody tell us something bad about me and they go report me, then they go grab me and they carry you, lock you up for no reason and you're not guilty, a waste of time.
Any law that erodes the rule of justice is no law at all.
News 5 is keeping a close eye on government transparency, and tonight we have an update. We've received an official acknowledgement from the Ministry of Public Service in response to our Freedom of Information request sent on July 7th. The letter, dated July 8th, confirms they've received our inquiry about government rental expenses. But while that's a step forward, the clock is still ticking as we await the actual documents. Meanwhile, we're still waiting for a formal response from the Ministry of Home Affairs regarding our request for details on the Aaron Guzman advisory contract. Minister Karim Musa did confirm during an interview that he's seen the request, but so far, no official word from his ministry.
Yes, our ministry received it last week, and those documents will be provided this week, I'm told.
Coming up, breaking the silence. Men talk health at National Forum. More when we return.
in need of a transformation? Benny's B-Box is giving one lucky teacher the ultimate classroom transformation experience. Just fill out the Google Forms on our Facebook and Instagram pages. Be sure to tag and share #Benny's Classroom Makeover. But don't wait, submissions end July 31st, 2025. Visit our social media pages for more info. Don't miss your chance to get back to school ready with Benny's and B-Box.
KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to smart code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
If you look into her eyes, you'll see the strand of love. They're saying, this is my message to you, you. Take my
you didn't dip on the grind, just bear this in my mind. These streets don't love you like I do.
Wrap my arms around you. Oh, a woman like you. Oh, I don't deserve it. To experience to be taken for a show. To experience for someone to rock and roll. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time.
We were meant to be, girl, you've always been my lover, always been my lover. You don't mind when you waste your time coming up with some stupid line, influencing the youth, and it's not a line, or take a line.
You can change the world today, and I'm living proof that crime doesn't pay.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Stroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today, because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Let's face it, when it comes to health, especially mental health, many men still find it hard to open up. But that's exactly what the Belize Cancer Society is trying to change. Today, in honor of Men's Health Awareness Month, they hosted their second annual Men's Health Forum, a safe space where men could speak freely, ask questions, and support each other. News 5's Paul Lopez stopped by the Old Belize Pavilion, where the conversation was real, the energy was positive, and the message was resounding. It's okay to talk about your health.
In a society where men still shy away from doctor visits or even basic checkups, the Belize Cancer Society is working to change that. Today they hosted the second annual Men's Health Forum, an event designed to keep men talking, learning, and taking charge of their well-being. Held at the Old Belize Pavilion, the forum offered everything from open discussion to quick health screenings. One highlight was a simple blood type test, just a QR code scan, a short form, and a painless finger prick. In less than a minute, results were sent straight to your phone. And from the podium, cancer survivor Anwar Barrow shared his powerful story, reminding everyone in the room why these conversations matter.
I think that the social norm in society is for men to endure, men to be strong, and men to be less talkative and emotional. And I understand that, but when it comes to health, that is something that talking about it and sharing it helps to break down that barrier of people going to the doctor. Nobody likes to go to the doctor. I don't like to go to the doctor, even though I've been there so much over the course of my life. And so the easier we can make it to accept that, the better the treatment rates and survival rates will be for diseases across the board, I would think.
Also stepping up to the mic today was someone who's no stranger to the medical world, Dr. Jorge Hidalgo. He's well known for his work in healthcare, but today he wore a different hat, that of a cancer survivor. In a room full of men, Dr. Hidalgo shared his personal journey, opening up about the challenges he faced and the strength it took to get through them.
Among men, that's usually the case. We're trying to delay things, so we say, okay, I'm going to do this probably next year or probably when I'm 50. And usually we're afraid to reach. When we reach 30, we say, oh, I'm reached 30, I'm getting old. When we reach 40, we say, oh, I'm getting older. And when we reach 50, we are completely afraid. I reached 50 and at that point, no problems, but just immediately after that, when I face the diagnosis, no, I mean that things can happen any time, and then if we do those preventative measures, it will allow us to catch things earlier, and it will, of course, give us the opportunity to better survival and better options of treatment.
Hidalgo and Barrow believe that being open and proactive, especially when it comes to early checkups, can make a real difference in treatment and survival. After beating cancer as a child, Barrow adopted simple habits to stay healthy: yearly blood tests, eating well, and making daily walks part of his routine.
And I've looked at the Belizean diet informally quite carefully because we have an epidemic of hypertension and diabetes and all these different diseases which are really driven by diet. And I think that we really need to focus on looking at reducing the amount of oils and sauces. Those are the main things driving the calories and driving poor health. In other words, it's not potato and rice and carbs that people think within moderation. It's really the mayonnaise in the potato salad. It's really the gravy on the rice, which is mostly oil. Ketchup not so bad, but the garnacha is being fried.
We also heard from key stakeholders in today's Men Forum, including the president of the Belize Cancer Society, Kim Simplis Barrow, and PAHO advisor, Karen Roberts.
This is the second year we're hosting the Men's Forum, and for us at the Belize Cancer Society, it's very important that we address some of the difficulties that men faces when they're journeying through cancer or whatever health issues they may have. It really is a space for men to talk about the different issues.
PAHO is happy to be associated with the second year of this activity geared at encouraging men to take more responsibility generally for their health, and more particularly in the areas of cancer prevention, screening, early detection, treatment, and the whole issue of survivorship care for men who might already be sick. We feel that men need to do a little more in terms of taking care of their own health.
The women in attendance were excused from the forum after the opening ceremony to create a space for sensitive conversations among men. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Turn our attention to a growing health concern that's quietly affecting some of the hardest working people in our country, our farmers and field workers. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is sounding the alarm on a condition called non-traditional chronic kidney disease, a serious illness that's not linked to diabetes or high blood pressure, but rather to long hours in the sun, dehydration, and exposure to agrochemicals. On Wednesday, the ministry hosted a sensitization session in Belize City, bringing together employers and health professionals to raise awareness and push for better protections for workers on the ground. Minister Kevin Bernard says this is now a top priority as Belize joins other Central American nations in tackling what's becoming a regional health crisis.
In the Central American region over the recent years, it has been found that there are an increasing number of young persons, especially field workers, males in their productive age, that are appearing with chronic kidney disease. So the initial studies, and I say initial because there is still much research to be done, has showed an association, a relationship with their conditions of work in the field. For example, extreme exposure to heat stress, long periods of dehydration, absorption of heavy metals or absorption of pesticides that will normally be used in the, let us say, agricultural fields. So this raised the attention of the ministers of health a few years ago, and in 2018, the ministers of health of Central America gave a mandate for the countries to begin putting together plans and interventions to address these environmental risks.
After reading up on it, I realized that there is a strong possibility that it is affecting the Belizean population. I can speak from the agriculture's perspective, where, especially the sugarcane industry, where you have cane cutters working from 5 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon in a blazing sun. I mean, if you just walk today without working the cane field, you feel the heat, you feel the penetration of the sunlight. And that is why the cane cutters would ask the cane farmer for a big cook and food. First those chips, now they ask for food, because cane cutting is an enslaving. It is actually I would suggest, I would dare say, it's probably inhumane job, right? And if you're not properly hydrated and cutting cane in the heat, because that sugar cane field is burnt, so there's still heat in the field, you can understand the effects of those conditions on a human being.
It was supposed to be a routine treatment for a broken bone, but for one San Pedro resident, it turned into a life-altering ordeal. 56-year-old Generosa Esperanza Bradley says what followed was nothing short of a nightmare. A cast that was allegedly too tight, gangrene, a 5-day coma, and now years of pain and unanswered questions. 6 years later, she's preparing to take legal action against the doctor she believes is responsible. And just when she thought it couldn't get worse, when she requested her medical records from the KHMH, she claims they were missing. Bradley visited our office and sat down with News 5's Tanya Arceo to share her story.
Back in 2020, Generosa Esperanza Bradley was simply out for some exercise walking across the Boca del Rio Bridge in San Pedro. But that everyday routine took a sudden turn when she was knocked down by someone on a bicycle. She ended up with a broken bone and was treated at the San Pedro Polyclinic. But what was supposed to be a straightforward recovery quickly spiraled into something much worse.
I was assisted by the doctor, but he put the cast too tight, and I Like that same day, November 10th, like around 10:30, I went back to the polyclinic in San Pedro, requesting to please open the thing because it was so hard and I have the circulation is getting, muscles are tired. So I tell him to please open it or do something that relieve the pain, but he says no. He says, I am sorry, but I cannot cut the cast. It was just a simple broken bones. I was not supposed to enter in coma, but because it was so tight, I got gangrene. So the following day, on November 11th, I was already in coma. I don't know what time because
For how long were you in coma?
I was for 5 days, right here in Calhusner.
According to her attorney, she has a 6-year window to file her case in court, and that deadline is fast approaching. But there's a major hurdle. She claims that when she reached out to the Carl Huschner Memorial Hospital to retrieve her medical records, she was told they couldn't be found. Despite that, Bradley is holding on to the few documents she does have, including one medical report that outlines her condition when she first arrived at the KHMH, along with receipts and test results. It's not everything, but it's what she's clinging to as she prepares to take her fight for justice to court.
I'm suing the doctor or was whoever responsible. And I asked a lawyer, a government lawyer, and he told me that here in Belize, because I don't know nothing about law. I only know about baking food and mind my house, and that's all. And the lawyer told me, I asked him about my issue, that the problem that I have, and he said, here in Belize we have a limited due date that it's 6 years. So that's the reason why.
You have a statute of limitation.
Yes, that's what he told me.
Generosa Esperanza Bradley is holding on to hope that justice will come for what she's endured. After being diagnosed with gangrene and slipping into a coma, she says her life hasn't been the same. Once independent, she now relies on others for even the simply daily tasks she used to handle on her own.
I only had injury in my foot. Now it's not only my foot because of that. Because when I fall, I could have moved my hands, do anything. But after that, when I wake up, I cannot see it. I cannot tie my own hair. I cannot tie it. So I have to depend from other people. It's not easy for me being an adult, being an independent woman. I always look for myself and go to that horrible experience that you have to clean. Somebody else have to clean you. I am a Belizean. I am originally from San Jose, Socotscayo district, born in Benque, proud of Bay West. And I wish that things here in Belize City change for the better for everybody.
It's a painful reality, but one she's determined to speak out about as she fights for accountability and closure. I am Tanya Arceo for News 5.
After the break, Golden Girls gear up for volleyball glory. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Get ready to celebrate 50 amazing years of quality poultry products in Belize. We commemorate the occasion with a grand fair on Saturday, July 19th, starting at 8 a.m., ending at 5 p.m. Bring out the whole family. There's something for everyone to enjoy. There will be free face painting with Abby, bouncy house for the kids, free popcorn, free cotton candy while supplies last, and don't forget about our quality spin the wheel. Too many prizes to win. The DJ will be playing great music all day long. There'll be 10% off groceries. Some restrictions apply. Legs and bag 50 cents off per pound. Neck and back only $12 per crate. Special discount on country meats products. So come on out and enjoy a full day of family fun. Quality poultry products celebrating 50 years of service to Belize.
veracidad, imparcialidad.
Este es el término utilizado.
Hemos estado haciendo el trabajo con la organización.
Y tus noticias en español.
Están en aguas beliceñas, entonces esta bandera se queda aquí.
Sintoniza Canal 5 cada viernes a las 7 de la noche.
Tenemos que resolver dos grandes problemas de este país.
Su voz importa, su acción cuenta.
Transfusión sanguínea, elementos que indican un deterioro evidente del estado de salud.
Somos Noticiero 5 semanal.
Perdió la vida en un heroico intento de proteger a su hermano. El Tribunal de Magistrados de la ciudad de Belice se paralizó. La policía está investigando 2 asesinatos separados.
Tu fuente de información.
Stop wasting your time and money. Come to Publix, where every dollar counts. So why shop anywhere else? Find the freshest fruits and vegetables handpicked for your family. Need something quick and delicious? Our ready-made rotisserie chicken is hot and ready to go. And with Publix rewards, you save big while shopping for everything you love and need. Publix, fresh, affordable, for you.
Serving Belizean families for 27 years.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to smart code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
If you look into her eyes, you'll see the strand of mine. They're saying, this is my message to you, you. Take my breath away if only you would stay.
Why you didn't dip on the grind? Just bear this in my mind. These streets don't love you like I do.
Wrap my arms around you. Oh, a woman like you. Oh, I don't deserve it. To experience, to be taken for a stroll. To experience, for someone to rock and roll. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time.
We were meant to be. Girl, you've always been my lover. Always been my lover.
You don't mind when you waste your time coming up with some stupid line, influencing the youth and it's not a line or take a lie.
You can change the world today. And I'm living proof that crime doesn't pay.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
We have exciting news for you.
RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town.
Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Cayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved one.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. And don't miss our upcoming health fair on July 19, 2025, happening at the Cayo Welcome Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come on out and learn more about how we can support your journey to a healthier and more secure future.
They brought home gold in 2024. And now Belize's national women's volleyball team is gearing up to do it all over again. Next week, our under-23 squad hits the court at the Central American Volleyball Championship, ready to take on some of the region's toughest teams. And if you ask them, they're more prepared and more fired up than ever to make Belize proud. The action unfolds right here at the Belize City Civic Center, and fans can expect nothing short of a show. News 5's Paul Lopez has more on the Golden Girls chasing glory once again in tonight's edition of Belize on Reel.
One year ago, they made history. Belize's national under-21 women's volleyball team pulled off something no other local team had ever done. They brought home our very first gold medal in volleyball at any level. It was a moment of pride, passion, and pure celebration. And just like that, they earned a new name, the Golden Girls.
This is such an emotional and happy feeling. Belize made history, our first gold medal ever. Oh my God, this is so amazing.
In just 3 days, the journey begins again. The same team that made history last year is back, this time aiming to strike gold in the under-23 championship tournament. With their eyes set on another title, Belize's rising volleyball stars are putting in the work. We dropped in on one of their intense practice sessions at the Belize City Civic Center, where we caught up with team captain Garrett Bruce, who shared how the team is feeling ahead of this big showdown.
The pressure is there. It's more than previous tournaments, but I'm very excited to know that I've made history for Belize, and I would love to keep making more history for Belize. I mean, it was just a start for us, and I feel like this year we can be a gold medal team as well.
But Bruce's confidence doesn't come only from her ability to lead her team to victory. The conviction she holds rests on the very foundation built by the skills of the teammates around her, like outside hitter 22-year-old Samantha Jones. For Jones, volleyball is more than just a sport. It gave her a new path away from the personal challenges she faced while living in Chicago.
It means family, it means union. I get to play volleyball not only with my family here in Belize, but when I did live in Chicago, I feel like it brought out the best in me. It took me out of, being in my environment in the streets, in the hoods of Chicago. So I feel like it was always love. It always pushed me to be a better woman. So, and it made me happy. I like to, be healthy, have fun, and just play ball.
And then there's 19-year-old Jevia Leslie, who was also a member of the Golden Girls in 2024. Leslie brings height, strength, and skillful awareness as a middle blocker. She shared how she has been able to keep her head in the game over the last year while basking in her historic accomplishment.
Winning our very first gold medal was obviously something really huge for us. It was an original experience. We had a great time playing. We trained very hard for that tournament, and going into this tournament we also expect the same outcome, so we're training with just as much intensity. We're staying humble, we're motivating each other to continue to do and come up with that same energy that we did last year and even better, so that we can maintain the streak.
On July 20th, 5 teams from 5 countries will converge inside the Belize City Civic Center for opening night. When it comes to volleyball in Belize, Alan Sharp is a name that stands out. As president of the Belize Volleyball Association, he's once again at the forefront, making sure that this year's regional tournament is not just successful, but unforgettable for every team and country involved. From logistics to hospitality, Sharp is leading the charge to ensure Belize shines on and off the court.
This is right next to the seniors, so we have a lot of the big guns coming, and a lot of the big guns we will have on our own. We have our own big guns. 5 teams coming, so all of Central America, but Nicaragua and Costa Rica said they can't make it this time. So in the case of Costa Rica, not a surprise. We felt that they might not want to come again. But nevertheless, we're here. The other 5 countries will be here to battle. It's going to be July 18th. The teams arrive July 18th and depart on the 25th. So that's a Friday to a Friday. The tournament will begin on the 20th, the Sunday the 20th, and it runs Sunday through Thursday.
Y'all being out here and cheering us on, the fans and everything, it's a great factor to the team and to myself as well. Like, we look out to see you guys here. We're not just playing for ourselves but for you guys, and there's 14 people on the court. On the team, I should say, and 3 coaches, but you guys are a major factor in whatever we may do on the court as well. Like, you're a big part.
Team Belize is scheduled to play on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
It was a proud and emotional day at the Belize Central Prison on Wednesday, as 75 inmates, both men and women, walked across the stage, not in shackles, but in celebration. They graduated from programs at the Ashcroft Rehabilitation Center, or ARC, a facility inside the prison that helps inmates confront personal struggles like drug and alcohol addiction. Minister of Home Affairs Karim Musa was there to witness the milestone and shared a powerful message with the graduates. He reminded them that while life doesn't wait for anyone to be ready, what matters most is the choice to face your challenges head on.
I thank you for allowing me to witness the important moment in your journey. I do say the word journey, as this facility is only one step as you make additional steps beyond these walls. To each of you, I say thank you for being a part of this massive transformation. You all, 75 of you, completed the ARC program, the RRC program, or the trauma course. Each one of these requires discipline, reflection, and action. Now let's be honest for just a second. Life does not wait for anyone to be ready. It throws you into situations that test you. But what brings you here today is not what you've been through. It is the choice you made to face it. Some of you, when you were outside, you were once referred to as promising. People saw potential in you, but maybe you did not understand what it takes to act on that promise. The truth is, promise without a plan is just a story we tell ourselves.
You might remember her name, but back in 2015, Zib, a former Coast Guard sailor, was charged with the attempted murder of a fellow officer. Just a year later, she faced another serious charge, manslaughter, after a domestic dispute ended in the stabbing death of her boyfriend in Lord's Bank. Fast forward nearly a decade and Zib is back in the headlines, but this time for something entirely different. She's now one of the several inmates who just graduated from a rehabilitation program at the Ashcroft Rehabilitation Center inside the Belize Central Prison.
For me, I am here at Colby Foundation. However, this was never my plan or destination. I set high standards for myself, and when I was shocked at having to receive the designation of inmate in prison, I became shattered. I gathered the parts of my life throughout this course, and steps 5 through 8 taught me how to do that. I became responsible for things in and out of my control and accepted powerlessness so that I could work on my inner me. By the time I reached step 9, justice, I felt my personal breakthrough. At night, I prayed to God, my higher power, to help me. The road was filled with hard punishments, but I kept my heart absorbed in Christ while trusting in justice and hoping for deliverance. At step 11 and 12, I began accepting culpability for where I am and who I am. Where I am is not where I want to be. I pray often and have a faithful confidence in God's love for me. As I go on in life, I try every day to be humble and to cultivate the 9 fruits of God's Spirit. These virtues have been a great and positive help for me. My plan is to keep centered in Christ and to become compassionate and trusting that God's victory is certain for them that keep their minds and hearts stayed upon Him.
When we return, BDF and Coast Guard step up to defend Belize's natural resources.
The new era of the Mexican Caribbean. A whole spectrum of colors and hues, multi-dimensional cuisine, holographic beaches. The true new era is within you.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
This is where blue innovation meets green ambition and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Caribe in San Pedro. This is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience. September 3rd to 5th, Sunset Caribe, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to smart code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
If you look into her eyes, you'll see the strand of a vow. They're saying, this is my message to you, you. Take my breath away if only you would stay.
Why you didn't dip on the grind? Just bear this in my mind. These streets don't love you like I do.
Wrap my arms around you. Of a woman like you. Oh, I don't deserve it. To experience to be taken for a stroll. To experience for someone to rock and roll. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time.
We were meant to be. Girl, you've always been my lover. Always been my lover.
You don't mind when you waste your time coming up with some stupid line, influencing the youth if it's not a line or take a line.
You can change the world today, and I'm living proof that crime doesn't pay.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Oh man, one more stroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
New recruits are on the way to both the Belize Defense Force and the Belize Coast Guard. And they're not just preparing for traditional threats. In this era of climate change, protecting Belize's land and sea is more important than ever. From stopping poachers in their tracks to seizing illegal fishing gear, these men and women are stepping up to defend not just borders, but biodiversity. It's a tough job and it takes all hands on deck. But with more boots hitting the ground soon, Belize is doubling down on its commitment to safeguard its natural resources.
We have sent for the applications. We have gathered quite a number of them. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we wanted to kick it off this month, but we were still battling with the budget and the resources per se. We are trying to get more ammunition, more weapons, and the equipment that have not arrived as yet. So it will be at the end of September, if anything.
About how many new soldiers are you guys hoping to add to your ranks with the intake?
We have been given authority to recruit 150, and as soon as we culminate with the 150, we are going to recruit another 150. So it will be a double intake.
And like the BDF, I believe you guys are also getting a new recruitment squad.
I believe that is on a projected forecast. We'll see how that will play out. Once that is confirmed, I'm sure Coast Guard, from the Coast Guard headquarters, that information will be shared with the media houses.
For years, there have been promises, plans to upgrade the living and working conditions of our Belize Defense Force soldiers. But tonight, frustration is boiling over. A member of the BDF has taken to social media, sharing a raw and emotional post about the deplorable conditions soldiers are still enduring. In the post, they describe cold nights in makeshift shelters and even sleeping soaked when rain seeped through the roof and walls. The soldier is now calling on the Minister of Defense to urgently investigate. In response, Brigadier General Azariel Loria, commander of the BDF, has provided an update on the improvements that are in the pipeline.
Our installations, it's no secret, and I can say I'm not tired of saying that those were dilapidated, and so the Ministry of Defense came up with the intent to refurbish the bases, the military bases. There are not much, about 4 or 5 of them, of which the media knows that we have been doing. We have refurbished the FOB at Sarstoon. We are in the process of getting Fairweather Camp refurbished. At Price Barracks, I believe that we have the barrack rooms, the spanking new barrack rooms to withstand a Category 5 hurricane, the brand new dining facility. At the moment we are paving the parade square. Is not fully done yet, still in the process, but we are trying to catch up. The force has been in existence for more than over 40 years, 4 decades, and we're still trying to catch up because we have failed to maintain our bases. So that is what we are doing now, and we are trying to rebuild permanent infrastructure, or infrastructure that will be easily maintained. And we are getting rid of the zinc huts, everything that has to do with zinc. We don't want to house to billet our soldiers in such places, and especially when it comes to June to November, December, we kind of languish. But with such development, I believe that will be no more. And we will be in a better position to house our soldiers and look after their welfare.
Up next, Garifuna Beats and Language Revival at Leo Bradley Library.
In Belize, change isn't just coming, it's already here. When people have tools, knowledge, and power, they build the future they want. This is what a game-changing partnership looks like. Equal, lasting, and led by the next generation. From greener choices to inclusive growth and innovation, Belize and the European Union are shaping tomorrow together. Every action, every voice, every breakthrough, it's all a part of the same story. Game changers, empowering the future. Follow the EU in Belize to discover the game changers.
The temperatures are rising, but the prices are dropping fast. From beach days to backyard barbecues, Cellular World has everything you need to stay connected, entertained, and ahead of the curve. Crank up the music with JBL speakers. Watch every play in a crystal clear action on a new Samsung TV, or stay productive with reliable Dell devices, all from your trusted authorized distributor. How low can you go? Try smartphones just for $119. Tablets at $129. TVs starting at only $399. $379. Gadgets, computers, printers, appliances, and office equipment at the best price. Visit us today at your favorite Cellular World location, Belize City, Belmopan, Orange Walk, or San Pedro, and find great deals, trusted brands, and a summer you will never forget.
KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to smart code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
If you look into her eyes, you'll see the strand of a They're saying, this is my message to you, you. Take my
you didn't step on the grind. Just bear this in my mind. These streets don't love you like I do.
Wrap my arms around you. Oh, a woman like you. Oh, I don't deserve it. To experience to be taken for a stroll. To experience for someone to rock and roll.
Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time.
We were meant to be. Girl, you've always been my lover. Always been my lover.
You don't mind when you waste your time coming up with some stupid line, influencing the youth. If it's not a line, I'll take a line.
You can change the world today, and I'm living proof that crime doesn't pay.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
One more stroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Today Today marked the official media launch of the 34th Annual Caribbean Water and Wastewater Conference. And it's a big deal. Hosted right here in Belize, this year's event is more than just a gathering of experts. It's a call to action. Here's Tanya Arceo with the following story.
Belize is hosting a major regional event that's all about connection, collaboration, and clean water. This year, the 34th Annual Caribbean Water and Wastewater Conference is coming to our shores, and leading the charge is Cornelio Acosta, Executive Chairman of Belize Water Services. At today's media launch, Acosta called it a landmark moment for the country. The theme this year, Engineering Progress Together, Collective Action for a Connected Region, isn't just about pipes and pumps. It's about unity. It's about working across borders, sectors, and disciplines to build a more sustainable future for the Caribbean.
The 34th Annual Caribbean Water and Wastewater Conference will be more than just a meeting of professionals. It will be a gathering of purpose-driven partners, from technical sessions and innovative showcases to youth forums and policy roundtables. We will come together to build a more connected, a resilient, and more secure, water-secure Caribbean.
Representing the Caribbean at today's launch was Candice Santana, president of the CWWA. She's not just leading the organization, she's leading with purpose. Santana stood as a powerful voice for the region, championing resilience, innovation, and equal access to water and sanitation for all.
United by one mission: to advance the sustainable management of water, wastewater, and solid waste for the benefit of our people, the Caribbean development, and of course our environment. And this year, we are especially proud to mark a historic milestone. For the very first time, the CWWA conference will be held on the mainland of Central America, in the warm, resilient, vibrant, colorful nation of Belize. This is a proud moment for you.
Tanya Arceo, News 5.
Belize made history today with the launch of the newly restructured National Women's Commission. And it was more than just a formal gathering. At the heart of the event was the official appointment of Cristina Romero as the Commission's new president. Romero, known for her passion and advocacy, now takes the lead in shaping the national agenda on women's issues. But that wasn't the only big moment. The Commission also signed a memorandum of understanding with the Office of the Special Envoy, headed by Rosana Briceño. This agreement sets the stage for stronger collaboration between the two offices as they work together to support women, families, and communities across Belize.
The Special Envoy, she was here to sign that as well, and that is basically a document that will provide the framework of how we will be collaborating, her office and the ministry, on matters that pertain to advocacy and policy.
Today we had the induction of a newly appointed commission. It is a very unique experience because we have commissioners from all over Belize, so it will make the work easier for us when we're looking at policy and advising the government. We will be able to take into consideration the perspectives of the different demographics of Belize. So in prior years we did have collaboration from other districts, but this time around, this term that will last for 2 years, we have representation from all districts.
This afternoon, the Leo Bradley Library turned into a vibrant hub of culture and connection as the sounds of Garifuna music filled the air. It's all part of a unique Train the Trainer session hosted at the Belize National Library Service. The focus was a powerful initiative called Garifuna Language Retrieval Through Music, a creative and meaningful way to revive a language rich with history and identity. And leading the charge is Angela Palacio, the driving force behind today's session. We caught up with her earlier to learn more about this cultural revival in action.
The summer program started on Monday from 9 to 12 every day. And every day we taught them something different about the aspect of Garifuna, including songs and stuff like that. Yesterday we had a guest appearance, Mr. Josh Arana, taught them about drumming and music. And today we have Mr. James Lovell teaching them Garifuna through songs. And you hear them pronouncing the words right. They're doing a great job.
And how receptive have they been to that and on the other activities that they've been doing throughout? You know, are they learning? Are they advancing? Are they enjoying it?
They learn so quickly. I prepared a lot of things for them to do. And the first day, Mr. James said, "You're going to teach them all that? They won't be able to do it." Man, they suck it up. I almost ran out of material to teach them, so they're very excited.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.